All right, so a couple of students have been emailing me about progress on tests. And so I'm just going to refer back to the Cold War towards the bottom of the site. You see these test review guides. So this is the quiz. So keep in mind that um, for the quiz, you don't have to know too much about the global stuff. We see some terms that you want to be familiar with. Domino theory containment. Domino theory and containment are specific only to Asia, whereas some of these other policies, these are alliances. This is pertaining to Europe after Greece and Turkey. And some stuff that you have to focus on are some of the specific class items like direct and indirect fighting. So if you're looking at this sheet here and you're thinking, I have no idea what any of this stuff is, you definitely want to go back to those screencasts. I might throw this image and ask you what that is. I might ask you about this particular map here, as well as this chart that we completed in class. Now for the tests, every student is going to receive this progression chart, and it's pretty much everything that I will use on the tests. You are expected to know, Asia, Europe, South America, and events linking up to 9/11. So you see that it's broken down by region. You have the place, and you have to put the events in chronological order. So in class, definitely want to focus on some of the notes, watch the screencasts, or I give you some of the order and try to work that stuff through. Review Test Guide 2018. So this is a review guide from 2018, and I try to use some of the documents. As you can see, I use this particular document. I always use that one. Here we see a sample test to the right. So we open up the sample test. Let's see what opens up here. We see an actual test with some of my answers. So, you see the choices here, and you kind of work through the logic. Like I didn't give you all of the answers. I left this one blank. But whether we're doing this remotely or doing this in class, for the most part, I will be using these tests and just putting together answers or questions. So like you'll see this one right here. I know I'm going to use that one on the test, so you want to make sure you know what that one is about. So make sure you're paying attention to some of the announcement and messages that are in class. These resources are there to give you an idea, so you want to focus in class. Like I do break this down by year. So this is the guide for 2018. And then I made some changes here where I added other items. So keep that in mind. These are outdated. I haven't used these, but I do use some of the questions. I work around making revisions. So you definitely want to take a look at some of these resources. That way you can narrow down what you are responsible for. And make sure you're paying attention to the postings in class that are specific for your year, so you have an idea of how to narrow this down even further.